He never thought he would see her again. For over 60 years, her face had lived only in his memories. Every day since the war, he carried the image of her. Soft smile, warm hands, eyes that understood even when words failed. They were young. When they met, both caught in the storm of the Korean War. He was a soldier, she a nurse. Their time together was brief, but it felt like forever. Then the world shifted, and fate pulled them apart. There were no goodbyes, no promises, just the sound of ships leaving, letters undelivered, and time moving on. He lived a full life, married someone else, had children, worked hard, but no matter how many years passed, he never forgot her. Every now and then, in the quiet moments before sleep, she would return to him, just for a second. Her memory was like a song he once loved but hadn't heard in decades. Familiar, comforting, yet just out of reach. There was always a quiet ache in his chest, one he never spoke about. It was the kind of pain you learn to carry quietly, the kind that settles into the soul and becomes part of who you are. She lived her life too, moved to a different country, raised a family, helped others. But something always felt incomplete. She would sometimes walk by the sea, looking at the waves and wondering if he ever thought of her. Life had been kind, in some ways, and hard in others. She learned to be strong, to find peace in small things. Sunlight on her face, a kind word from a stranger, laughter from her grandchildren. But deep down, she still carried the face of the young man she once held tightly during the nights. When the world outside felt like it was ending, years passed, their hair turned white, their steps slowed, the world became quieter. One day, by a twist of fate, they found themselves living in the same nursing home. Neither knew the other was there, until one morning, in the hallway by the window, their eyes met. Time didn't make sense for a moment. The years between them melted away. No one else noticed, but something powerful passed between them. Recognition, disbelief, and something that felt like home. Neither of them had expected this moment, and yet, it felt like it was always meant to be. They didn't talk about the years they had lost. There was no need. The pain was there, but so was peace. They began spending time together, sitting quietly in the garden, sharing meals, listening to old music. They didn't rush. Every moment felt precious. They weren't trying to catch up. They were simply grateful. They had both lived long lives, full of joy and sorrow, gain and loss. And now, as their days grew shorter, they had found something rare: closure, connection, and a love that had never truly left. People around them noticed the change. There was something softer in the way they looked at each other, something steady and calm. Staff whispered that they must have known each other before. But no one knew the full story. Only they did. And they weren't trying to explain it. Some things don't need explaining. They just need to be felt. They found comfort in each other's presence, not needing to speak much. Sometimes healing comes not from what is said, but from who sits quietly beside you. Their story reminds us that love does not always come with perfect timing. Sometimes it waits patiently in the shadows, tucked between pages of old photo albums or buried under decades of responsibility. And sometimes it comes back when we least expect it, not to start again, but to remind us that it never truly ended, that the people who touch our hearts leave fingerprints that last a lifetime. It also shows us that it's never too late to reconnect with others or with parts of ourselves we thought we had lost. We often move through life so quickly, chasing things that seem urgent but are not truly important. We forget to slow down, to look back, to reflect. This story gently invites us to ask, who have we lost touch with? What feelings have we pushed aside? What unfinished pieces of our story are still waiting for us? In the end, they didn't need grand gestures or second chances to rewrite their past. They just needed a few quiet mornings, the warmth of a hand to hold, and the unspoken truth that love, real love, can endure time, silence, and distance. It doesn't always look the way we imagined it in our youth. Sometimes it shows up quietly, after everything else has settled. And when it does, it teaches us the most important lesson of all: to value the moments we're given, to forgive the time we lost, and to never stop believing that something beautiful can still find its way to us. So if you've been waiting, or wondering if it's too late to fix something, to reach out, or to love again, this story is for you. Let it be a gentle reminder that life is not about perfection, but presence. And sometimes the most meaningful chapters are written when we least expect them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.